Good day, everyone. In today's session, we are going to discuss about ICAEW pathways. That is basically an arrangement for senior professionals. Senior professionals that belong into your accounting, finance, auditing, and so on. So if you have a background, if you are a professional, then you might be eligible. So what would be the eligibility criteria? We will discuss in next few minutes. And this orientation is presented by Noman Liaqat, the mentor, the tutor from NL Professional Academy, basically. Let's talk about the contents of today's discussion, today's orientation, basically. First of all, we will be talking about why ICAEW pathways, why you should choose the ICAEW, what could be the benefits. Next, we will be talking about eligibility criteria. Are you eligible for ICAEW pathways or not? Once we are done with eligibility, then we will talk about the structure of pathways basically. What is the structure? What is the pattern? How this is going to be? Next, we will talk about sponsors criteria because we know sponsor is basically a prerequisite for ICW pathways. So you must need a sponsor. What could be the sponsor? Who could sponsor your application? We will discuss. Next, we will talk about skills required. What skills are required to make sure that you can pass out, you can qualify ICAEW pathways examination of experience. Next, we will talk about the passing criteria, how many marks you need to score just to make sure that you have qualified this exam. Next, we will talk about why professionals fail. Unfortunately, why they get flunked. They have couple of years of experience, they know each and everything about their profession, but why they do not successful, why they are unable to achieve the tag of success. What is the submission process? Yes, couple of students are a bit confused about the submission, how this will work upon, how I can submit my experience. We will discuss it. Second last, once you have achieved, once you have qualified this examination of experience, that is ICAEW pathways, so how you can apply for ICAEW membership as well, how you can become a member. And lastly, we will be having some success stories of our, and finally, we will conclude this session after Q&A session as well. So meanwhile, if you have any queries, so please hold it down or you can send me in chat box. Once we complete this, then I will be able to answer each and every query. Thank you for patience. Before we start with why ICAEW pathways, let's have a very quick overview about the mentors or tutors profile for this program. My name is Noman Liaqat, and I will be your tutor, your mentor for ICAEW pathways. I'm ACA ICAEW member since 2017, fellow member of ACCA since 2021, associate member of PIFA, more than 15 plus years of teaching experience at different levels, 13 plus years of industry and practice experience. I am a founder of multiple firms, even a managing partner at ICAEW registered firm in UK, and also a co-founder and managing partner at a firm in UAE as well. Regarding my teaching side, as I mentioned, I have more than 15 years of experience. I am teaching at different online forums, approved learning partners, also a mentor at Oxford Brookes University, United Kingdom, and last but not the least, I am also a visiting faculty member at one of the top universities in United Arab Emirates, UAE. So that is basically a brief profile about myself. So you should not be worried about anything. You should not be worried about to whom you would be studying. Now let's start. First of all, let's talk about why ICAEW pathways. Why? Because if you have any other professional qualification or certification, so why you should pursue this examination of experience? Why you should pursue the ICAEW pathway? First of all, with ICAEW, remember when we use the word ICAEW, then it means you are talking about member. It allows you global mobility because you global mobility mean you can mobile, you can move from one place to another place. For example, you can work in Europe, you can work in UAE, you can work in GCC countries, or you can work in any other place. You can mobile yourself, you can move out yourself quite easily. That is global mobility. In fact, that gives you the recognition, worldwide recognition. Yes. Along with this, you get multiple professional connections, lifelong connections, networking opportunities, basically. And from those networking opportunities, senior professionals, you learn a lot. You develop yourself continuously, and that is known as CPD. You learn a lot. You also get access to wider opportunities as well, basically. Yes, as we discussed, you can get lot of opportunities, lot of areas. You can work at top position, top or key positions as well. Apart from this, you also get a lot of financial rewards. When you get access to multiple opportunities and when you perform, when you work at top position, you get some financial rewards as well. And yes, there must be some financial incentives too. Above all, you get lot of skills, top level skills, basically, because you continuously develop yourself. You continuously develop yourself, you get lot of top skill. So these are some of the reasons why you have to choose the ICAEW. Even if you will look at the key position of some prestigious organization, then these key positions are occupied by chartered accountants, and most of them are basically ICAWs, and most of them are basically ICAEW chartered accountants. So that's why these are some of the reasons why you should pursue the ICAEW, even if you hold any other professional certification or a qualification. Now let's talk about the eligibility criteria because that is among some very other important points. Are you eligible? Many professionals simply ask this point: am I eligible for the pathways? Am I eligible for examination of experience? Because pathways or examination of experience is the same thing. That is the name, and that is basically a program. If we talk about the eligibility criteria, let's discuss. First of all, you must be a member of an eligible professional body. And the list of that bodies is available. You can check on ICAEW website. In next slide, I will mention the name of some of the renowned bodies. But if you think your body does not fall into that list, so you can directly check with the ICAEW website or you can coordinate with their pathways team. Second point is basically after the once you have the membership of an eligible professional body, you must hold that membership for a period of minimum 5 years. You must be a full member of that body of previous 5 years. It means you must have post membership experience. You must have post membership experience as well. Third point about your membership, sometimes there are MOUs, sometimes reciprocal arrangement, sometimes exemptions are involved, but you have obtained the membership through full education and training route. Full education and training route. Fourth one, you must be CPD compliant and a member in a good standing as well, because you need LOGS, letter of good standing from your parent body to whom your membership belongs. Fifth one, your membership application, your examination of experience must be supported by an eligible sponsor as well. And there is a criteria for sponsor. Who can be a sponsor? We will discuss in next few slides. Sixth one, last one, you need to complete examination of experience. What is examination of experience? This is what we are talking about. This is basically this arrangement as well. So the whole process is known as ICAEW pathways, and the exam which belongs with these pathways is known as examination of experience, or EOE basically. If I talk about some of the professional bodies whose members are directly eligible, these are the some names. If you are a member of ICPAK, if you are a member of HKICPA or Chinese Institute, Chartered Institute of Public Finance Accountancy, member of ACCA or ICAP, SOEL, and other chartered institutes of Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Singapore, India, Ghana, Nepal, Malaysia, to mention only a few. So these bodies member, if they possess 5 years of post membership experience, they are eligible for Pathways program. For other bodies, I request you to please check the ICAEW website or please contact with the Pathways team as well. Others should contact Pathways team. At ICAEW. So this is basically what you need to do, first of all, to check your eligibility. But if you are a member of these bodies and you have 5 years of post membership experience, then you would be eligible, I believe. Once you are eligible, then the next question is basically the structure. What is the structure of these pathways? How these pathways would look like? What should I need to do? These pathways or this examination of experience, that is a very different structure. First of all, this is divided into two parts. First of all, we have part one, and second, we have part two as well. In part one, we have total 5 questions, starting from question 1 to question 5. From question 1 to question 4, each question has two parts like 1.1 and 1.2, 2.1, 2.2, 3.1, 3.2. Similarly, there would be 4.1 and 4.2. While question 5 has just one part, so one part, that there would be question number 5. There is no 5.1, 5.2, no. There is no 5.1 and 5.2. No, this is not like this. It is only one part. That is part 1. In part 1, we have total 5 questions. We have total 5 questions starting from question 1 to question 5. So question 1 to question 4, each question has two parts, while question 5, this has only one part and there is no differentiation. Each question has 10 marks. Each question has 10 marks as well, basically. In part 2, we have summary of employment. Summary of employment means where you have worked. and that should include your previous 5 years only. So where you have worked in previous 5 years, you should use that experience and you should use it to fill out your part 2, that is summary of employment. If we talk about the overall structure, then your part 1 is basically, part 1 constitutes your part 1 constitutes around 90%. So part 1 is 90% of your marks. Part 2, this has 5% of your marks, and overall structure, this also has 5% of your marks as well. But it doesn't mean you should ignore the part 2 or overall structure. It means your application would be incompleted and might be written by the ICAEW. So you should try to complete each and every aspect, each and every part. That is compulsory. That is basically about the structure of ICAEW pathways. In pathways criteria, we were talking about sponsor. You must need a sponsor to complete your application. So who could be the sponsor? Because most of the people believe that a sponsor must be an ICAEW member. No. First of all, let me clear this confusion. It is not compulsory that your sponsor must be an ICAEW. Sponsor could be anyone. Who could be that anyone? Let's talk about. First of all, you must know the candidate completely. It's not like someone could act as your sponsor. No, your sponsor must know the candidate completely in a very good manner as well. Second, sponsor must be member of a IFAC recognized body as well. Member of a body as well. And member of IFAC recognized body, and you can check the list of IFAC bodies on the IFAC website as well, basically. And again, the membership of that person must be through the normal education and training route and not through the exemption or any other way out as well. And you must be CPD compliant. You must be good with your CPD. You must act professionally. You must continuously update yourself. It's not like you didn't complete your CPD in last few years and you can act as a sponsor. No, sorry, you would not be eligible. So please discuss this with your sponsor before once you choose them. You must get a letter of good standing. So as a candidate and as a sponsor, you must get a letter of good standing of your professional body. There are some exemptions as well. If you are a member of ICAEW, then you may not require to provide this LOGS. And you must be in a good standing as well. Good rating. There must be no other concerns with your membership. And the responsibility of sponsor is to read out the submission of candidate as well. Read out the submission of candidate. You must know what candidate has written and you must provide each and every stuff. You must review it thoroughly. And finally, you need to sign it off. And that is called as final sign off, basically. You need to fill out the proper documents as required, and then you need to sign it off once you have satisfied each and everything is complete. So that is basically the sponsor criteria. Now, the next point is basically about the skills. What skills are required? What skills you must possess to make sure that you can qualify this pathway structure as well. There are a couple of skills. If we talk about broadly, then there are 5 skills. First of all, professional skepticism. Because after this EOE, examination of experience, that is basically EOE. That is basically pathways. That is examination of experience. Just after one exam, you can apply for the membership of ICAEW. If you qualify, if you pass out, you can apply for the membership. So you must be good. Your answers should be good. Your experience, your document should be good as well. You should understand the eligibility. You should understand the requirements of pathways as well. And for this, it is very important to apply professional skepticism. You must have professional attitude as well. Second, you must apply commercial acumen as well. Third, you must provide the analysis, and that must be top level analysis as well. It must not be the basic analysis, that must be the top level. Fourth one, you must possess the decision making skills as well. Yes, you would be working, you would be placed in a situation, in an environment where you have to take some decision, where you have to propose some recommendations as well. So you must possess your decision making capability. And last but not the least, you must possess your evaluation criteria as well. You must be in a position to evaluate something, you decide something, to recommend something. This is not basically the sequence. This is just basically the skills you must possess, you must have. So these are compulsory skills. Even if you miss out one of those skills, so it becomes quite challenging to pass out your exam. Now let's talk about the passing criteria. What is the criteria? Who will be passed and how much marks are considered as a pass as well? There are two passing criteria, and you might be a bit surprised. Normally, we have one criteria. For example, if you score 50 or 55 or 56 out of 100, you get a pass. But no, pathways, examination of experience, that is a unique one. There are two passing criteria. First passing criteria, and then we have a second passing criteria as well. In first criteria, if your marks are in 55 to 59, then student will be passed. If just one question is failed, as we know, total we have 9 questions. If our 8 out of 9 questions are passed, if your 8 out of 9 questions are passed and your score is from 55 to 59, then you will be considered as a pass as well. You will be considered as a pass. But if your score is above 60 or more than 60 or more than 60, then it doesn't matter how many questions you have passed, how many questions you have failed. Examiner may not provide you the detailed feedback. In this case, your candidate, the student, the professional would be considered as a pass, and then there would be a congratulation email, and then you can apply for ICAEW membership. You can apply for ICAEW membership. These are two passing criteria. If 8 out of 9 questions are passed, and if your marks are from 55 to 59, you will be passed. But if your marks are 60 or more than 60, it doesn't matter how many questions are passed, how many questions are failed, you would be considered as a pass as well. Now let's talk about professionals have a lot of years of experience. I have seen many professionals who have 20, 25 years of experience, but unfortunately, they do not qualify EOE. What are the reasons? Is it the overconfidence or what? Let's talk about some of the reasons. First of all, that is basically about poor exhibition of skill. Yes, the skills which we were talking about, because they assume things at their own side. So you need to display your skill. Examiner only knows what you have written in the exam hall. Examiner doesn't know what's in your mind, what you are thinking, what is your thought process, how good you were at your learning, how good you were at your work. Examiner knows what you have written into the exam paper only. Over reliance on professional experience. Yes, this is one of the most common reason why they believe they are requiring only 5 years of experience, and I have 20, 25 years of experience, so I can easily pass it out, and there is nothing like this. But you must meet out the criteria. You must respect the body and its criteria. Not considering the examiner's guidance as well. If you do not consider the examiner's guidance, If you think, as I just discussed, I have couple of years of experience, I know each and everything about my industry, okay, that's fine. That is really appreciable. But you must consider the examiner's criteria, the guidance, guidelines. After this, you will qualify. And the red one, these are something more serious. These are some more serious areas which you should consider. Poor understanding of questions and its elements, basically. Yes, we have 9 questions, and every question tells you a new story. So you must understand the question and all of its elements, basically. What are the elements? Every question has some technical aspect, something what to do, what not to do. You need to understand this, because if you write in a normal fashion, that might be acceptable for you for your work, but for EOE pathways, that has a different structure, examiner's guideline. So please try to understand. Selection of technically wrong scenarios. Yes, if you are writing on a scenario, on a situation that is technically wrong, so do you think, does this make sense? Never ever. Examiner may not read it out, simply make a cross and then move on, because they do not have sufficient amount of time to read out again and again your script as well. Even if you have selected the right scenario, but there could be a problem, that is the structure. Poor writing structure as well. Your sentences, your grammar, your linkages, your flow of document is not fine, so you would not be rewarded. Not answering the, not reviewing the answer. Yes, you just write down each and everything. You do not review for 2 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You think, okay, first attempt is the fine one, okay, I do not need to review. No, you must review. You must make couple of changes if you think these are deemed necessary for you. Lack of practice. Yes, you think about scenario, you do not assume either it is a fit one or not, simply you write it out and you then move on. You do not think about couple of situation or scenarios and then pick a right one. You do not do this, and if you do not do this, situation might not be favorable. Second last, contrasting or conflicting information as well. What is contrasting or conflicting information? In one question you are talking about one point, in next question you are talking about same point, but that is a contradicting information. One point is on one side, second point is on another side. What does that mean? Same situation, same point, but on other areas. Or in part 1 you are talking about one situation, and in part 2 you are talking about same situation but in a different context. What does that mean? Last but not the least, poor grammar, language, and structure. These can cost your exam as well. And please, these also contain 5 precious marks as well. So these are some of the reasons why professionals get failed. Otherwise, they should have scored really well as well. If we talk about the submission process, what is the submission process as well? How you have to submit this EOE? How you can submit this EOE as well? What you should do? First of all, what you need to do, you need to create an account. That should be your first step. You need to create an account with ICAEW. Second step, you need to register for ICAEW Pathways. But for this, please check submission dates. In which attempt you are appearing, basically. In third step, you need to submit examination of experience, that is pathways, or known as EOE. And in final step, you need to wait for result day. I hope you get a congratulation email on your result day. You would be quite happy, and then you would be invited to apply for one of the most prestigious bodies membership, that is basically ICAEW. Until or unless you get a confirmation, you do not write this word along with your name, because this is specifically reserved for the members only, or otherwise as advised by the ICAEW. Once you get the good email, congratulations email, next step is basically to apply for membership. How you can apply for the membership as well. How to apply for ICAEW membership. Again, there are 4 steps. First of all, in step 1, we get an invitation from ICAEW to apply for membership. In second step, we have to pay the ICAEW admission fee and annual membership fee or any other charges, what have been defined by ICAEW. In step 3, you are required to have some patience. There is a different criteria for UK based candidates, less amount of time period because these have local jurisdiction. For international candidates, we have a much longer time period. So you are please advised to have some patience. And even in some time, this can take a bit longer as well. And in step 4, you can use the prestigious designation of ACCA, ICAEW, but I advise please use it only once you get a membership and not before that. Now let's coming towards some final few slides. If we talk about the portfolio, apart from Pathways, what we are offering, because we have a team of highly experienced tutors and industry professionals. So we are offering a couple of things. First of all, we are offering ACCA, ICAEW, all papers. All 15 papers. We are also offering ACCA. But before ACCA, we are also offering the basic course that is FIA Foundation in Accountancy. We are also offering CMA Certified Management Accountant USA. We are also offering ICAEW Pathways, for which we are just having this orientation. We are also offering CFA Certified Financial Analyst USA. Along with this, we are offering professional development programs, trainings, workshops, and last but not the least, that is the last term for BSc Honors in Applied Accounting. That is basically the last attempt in November 2026 basically. So this is what we are offering right now, and we have plans to expand our things. If we just had a glance at our success stories, what we achieved in last 10 to 12 years, and if we look at the success stories of all of our areas, then you can watch out these comments on my LinkedIn profile as well. Senior professionals, they have made some comments. Working in different countries, different jurisdictions, they have made some comments as well. Even you can look at the comments of financial controller, the CFO working in UAE and different sectors, and they have these comments about our different programs basically. Obviously, it's not possible to mention each and everything. You can check out the LinkedIn profile. Thank you very much for listening. Now here we have some contact details as well basically. So here what we have here, we have the WhatsApp detail. Here we have the WhatsApp detail of my UK team and Pakistan contact details. This is basically the email. This is the Facebook page. Along with this, we also have the LinkedIn page as well basically. So these are the contact details. If you need to discuss anything, any point or any query, you can discuss with my team and I would also be available. So thank you very much to all of you who are joining online or who would read out or who would watch this recording. So even if after watching this recording, if you have any query or question, you can reach out to me as I just shared the details. Now there would be a question and answer session. Thank you.